Welcome to Invest Insights. I'm Abby Maloney. I'm joined today by Don Myers, the Commissioner Chairman of Armstrong County, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Don, for being here today.
I'm happy to be here, Abby. Thanks for having me.
Don, you're a former teacher in building construction. Two areas, if you're considering education and the other being construction, in great demand in today's economy. In what ways does your past experience inform your goals for Armstrong County?
My goals coming into this when I was running for election, I was born and raised here my whole life. So, you want to be involved in your community, and being a former building construction teacher as well as a contractor, I think pairs nicely for what we're trying to do in the county right now. And that's attract business and industry as well as residential developments. Um, we haven't had a residential development in the county in decades, and that's my background. That's my area of expertise. I taught that for nearly 30 years. I was a contractor myself. So I think it's working out well with my other two co-commissioners. We have a pretty diverse background, all three of us together. And that's some of the things that my past skills have brought to the table being newly elected.
Fabulous. Greater Pittsburgh's economy has turned the corner and is now on the cusp of significant economic growth. Given the expected growth for the region and the subsequent need for a strong labor force, what are some creative ways the county is looking to address the evolving talent needs of the local business community?
Well, first and foremost, the place that I'm normally employed, and there's no bias there, it is a career and technical education center located in the county. It's the only one. And keeping those connections and also creating new connections with business and industry is crucial for that. As far as companies looking to come into your area, one of the first things they look for is there a trained workforce? Am I going to be able to find workers? And the answer is yes in Armstrong County. We have Lenape Technical School. And recently also, in conjunction with our local senators and congressmen, we've been able to be partners. And now we have a partnership with BC3, which is Butler Community College. They're located in the county next to us, but they're opening a branch here in Armstrong County. And that is going to be a huge plus for helping training employees, having different training close to home, that they don't have to travel out of county. So with the Career and Tech Ed Center, Lenape Tech and BC3, those are two things that I believe are going to make a tremendous difference in moving forward with the trained workforce.
Great. At the federal level, the recent passing of the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act was a big step forward in tackling the nation's pressing infrastructure challenges. On the county level, what are some innovative ways Armstrong County is addressing local infrastructure needs? And what are the primary areas you're looking to deploy funds from the infrastructure package?
One of the big things, and I just kind of piggyback off what we were talking about with housing or commercial development, you have to have utilities, the infrastructure such as water and sewage. And that's something we've been currently doing with some of the ARPA funds. And if the infrastructure package comes through, we plan to do more of that. We have a large industrial park located on Route 28. And it is developed, but there's more room to develop, and it needs more water and sewage line extension. That's a big deal that we look at and take very seriously. And even into residential developments or existing citizens here in the county that don't have running water. It's kind of hard to believe in 2022 that everybody does call it city water, but there are places like that where sections of our county are very rural. So doing, when you say creatively, is to try and enhance those areas with water line extensions, sewer, and that attracts other people. It attracts people who want to live there, and also attracts business and industry.
I think that the rural aspect of that is often forgotten since many people are navigating towards those urban areas. There's still a huge population that is quite rural that needs to be taken care of.
I think people coming out of the city, they want to come here. It's it's a change to get away from some of those things. But at the same time, you don't want to go back in time. You want to be able to turn the faucet on and there's water there. So that's a very important priority for us moving forward and into the future.
Politics are now more divided than ever. As a public official and leader in the community, how are you creatively approaching more divisive issues in an effort to find common ground solutions that cross political boundaries or ideals?
Yeah, I think the first thing that has to happen is you got to have respect for one another. And I think a lot of that has been lost in the current climate between parties. The Board of Commissioners here in Armstrong County is made up of three, two of one party, there's two Republicans currently and one Democrat. But we work well together. I mean, we respect one another. I don't think any of us think that we exclusively have the answer to everything. So, I mean, I think that needs to happen at the state level and the federal level as well. And you knows if you follow any part of politics or just turn on the TV, you see that that's clearly been lost. And at the end of the day, we all work for the people that elected us. So I feel we have a great group here, myself, Commissioner Renshaw, Commissioner Fabian. We talk things out and we get a lot of things done because we have a mutual respect. So, when I think of that moving forward, those are the things that need to happen. And I hope they do, and hope people remember who they work for, where they're at.
Yes. To round out our discussion today, what role does creativity play in remaining competitive in today's landscape?
Creativity, that's kind of the basis for success. Or if you have lack of creativity, probably the basis for failure. In a business, and I've been a businessman for over 30 years, that's the difference in whether you succeed or not, as far as being creative and the initiative to do different things. It's very challenging out there when you're competing. Everybody's competing, I feel, for similar things, often county to county. So you have to be able to attract people. Why do we want to come to Armstrong County? That's what we think of. So that's where our creativity comes in. What can we do different that's past? Some things, work fine and you continue with them, but like I say, a lot of things have changed in time. Just social media, for example.
Yep.
You don't necessarily have to like it, but if you're not using it, you're kind of behind the curve on a lot of different things. So, we look at it when we look at trying to be creative, we think of those terms. What are other people doing, or what can we do better to attract people here? So that's kind of, I think, the basis of our creativity when we're trying to think outside the box and do some new things and new ideas. But it comes back to that respect thing. You're working together, listen to everybody's ideas, getting different people to the table, and then coming up with the best plan.
Well, thank you again. That was Don Myers, the Commissioner Chairman of Armstrong County, Pennsylvania. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to hear more CEOs and thought leaders share their opinions and advice on the current business climate. Until next time, I'm Abby Malone for Invest Insights. Thank you for tuning in.